Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we got to pray for North Korea, the people there. I already know about Kim Jong-un. We all know the danger he is not to the world, but worse, what he's done to his own people. The oppression, the poverty, the imprisonment, the torture, the murder, the execution, the lack of freedom, totally. Well, the last thing they needed was a natural disaster, but it's happened. Floods in North Korea that have left hundreds of people dead or missing. It's the worst disaster to hit the country of North Korea since World War II. We have no idea. We can't get good news reporting out of there because they have no freedom of speech, which makes me a little nervous about this new First Draft coalition here, because that sounds like what might be coming our way. You can't find out what's going on because you have censorship or no freedom of speech. Well, what we do know is the official KCNA news agency, which means state controlled by Kim Jong-un, did not give exact numbers of those killed or unaccounted for. The United Nations said at least 138 people have died and 400 are missing after the torrential rains caused devastation in the country's far north. The floods along the Tumen River, which particularly marks the border with China and Russia, tore through villages, washing away buildings, and leaving thousands of people in urgent need of food and shelter. The flood that resulted from the typhoon that hit the northern portion of North Korea from August the 29th to September the 2nd was the worst disaster since the liberation from Japanese control rule in 1945. It also provided figures on the flood damage and those displaced for the first time. 68,900 people have been forced to flee their homes, compared to the United Nations numbers of 107,000. At least 29,800 homes and 900 public buildings completely destroyed. Folks, this is a apocalyptic, this is catastrophic, this is cataclysmic. And nobody's reporting this because there's censorship has blocked. Here it is. Today is the 14th of September. This happened August 29th through September 2nd. And nobody has reported the devastation to these poor people. And it's because of censorship. It's because of controlled media. Why do we need to control people's rights to speak or right to post a video on Google Plus or Twitter or Facebook or YouTube? Why? Because you're taking the power from the people. If you eliminate their voice, they have no choice. And so these folks will suffer horrendously and will be abandoned by the world because the world doesn't even know it happened, and we're finding out 2 weeks after it did. And we can't even help these people because they're government controlled by Kim Jong-un. Can't communicate with anybody in the world. It's impossible to communicate with this guy. Pray for the people of North Korea. I mean, really pray for these. God has to make miracles happen for some of these folks to live. And only He can do it. And pray for our freedom of speech. Pray. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. The apocalyptic signs, extreme weather conditions, and everything that's happening is everywhere. We're running out of time.